Hi guys, Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the live album Iron Maiden Live Plus One. This was Iron Maiden's very first live album. This is actually the 1984 re-release, more specifically the 1984 Greek re-release. This is probably the rarest variant of this live album. Considering that the Greek release, or at least the Greek re-release in 1984, has a few bonus tracks, whereas every other version doesn't have bonus tracks. So the bonus tracks are actually, I believe, no, actually I'll get into that later on. Anyway, so yeah, so the lineup. Paul Di'Anno on vocals, Steve Harris on bass, Clive Burr on drums, Dave Murray on guitar, Dennis Stratton on guitar, and Adrian Smith on guitar. Now, the reason why I say Adrian Smith in the mix is because the bonus tracks, or at least like most of the bonus tracks, are actually from the second live album, Made in Japan, which featured Dave Murray instead of Dennis Stratton. So, let's see. Oh yeah, so I don't know. There's some that are recorded differently. But yeah. So anyway, so first off, the album starts with the live version of Drifter. Now, you may be thinking, oh, that's one of the ones with Adrian Smith instead of Dennis Stratton because Drifter was on the second album. Oddly enough, no. This live version of Drifter actually listed on Wikipedia, which isn't always correct, but I mean, sometimes it is. Listed on Wikipedia, this version of Drifter was recorded in 1980, and 1980 was when Dennis Stratton was still in the band. Therefore, it seems like Drifter, even though it actually appeared first on, or at least for most people, it appeared first on the second album. It must have been an earlier song that they created earlier on. But yeah, this live version of Drifter does feature Dennis Stratton because it was not, 1981. This live version, I believe, is not a bonus track. But yeah, it's pretty good. I think the instrumentation and vocals are great. It's just the production and sound design on this particular song is very muddied and very it's very much a muddied production, and it's not terrible, but it is very subpar in terms of audio quality for Maiden albums. Even the live stuff for the most part. But yeah, great song, just really bad sound design and production. The next one is Phantom of the Opera, and a live version of Phantom of the Opera. This one is the production and sound design is a little bit better on this one. I don't know why, but the production and sound design is patchy in places and kind of all over the place. Some songs sound good, some songs don't in terms of how, not instrumentation wise, but how they actually, like, the production is. The production on the live version of Phantom of the Opera is actually, pretty good. Not great, but, at least a lot better than the production and sound design on Drifter. The third track is a studio recording of the cover of Women in Uniform. This audio was actually taken straight from the single. It was very odd that it was only a single, never actually appeared on any of the albums. There are at least 2 or 3 other songs that are like that. But yeah, the Women in Uniform song, or cover, is very, very good. Very catchy. Track number 4 is Innocent Exile. I believe this is one of the bonus tracks, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and also, I think Women in Uniform was one of the bonus tracks as well. Let me check right here. Um, yeah, Women in Uniform was a bonus track. Um, Innocent Exile was a bonus track as well. Um, but yeah, Innocent Exile sounds kind of okay. The production again kind of is muddied. But again, instrumentation wise and vocal wise, very good. And side two contains for the most part the original track listing. Side two starts with the live version of Sanctuary. Okay, side two also not only does it contain majority of the actual original track listing before the bonus tracks were added on this particular release. Um, this side of the album sounds a lot better. Like the production's a lot better, even for the live. Even though a lot of these, for the most part, are live recordings, they sound a lot better. I don't know what it was with the side A having really terrible muddied production. But yes, the Sanctuary live version is very good. Oh, also, I forgot to mention something very stupid about the live version of Drifter on the first side. Kind of like with the live version of I think it was either like Sanctuary. It was either Sanctuary or uh Drifter. No, it was either Sanctuary or Running Free. One of those live versions on Made in Japan. Um, has this really stupid moment Paul Diano did. Kind of like with on this live version of Drifter. I'm going back to the first track, but something to mention. On the live version of Drifter on here, near the end of the song, Paul Diano does this really stupid, dumb chanting thing where he goes, oi, 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 oi. And it's just very annoying and very dumb. It's very dumb and just cringy. Again, I mentioned he did that on one of the live songs on Made in Japan as well. It's just so, ugh, I hate that. But yeah, sorry, I had to go back and, one of the other reasons why I don't really like this version of Drifter, both because the production is shit and that stupid weird chant that Paul Diano does in this song. Anyway, back to, sorry, I got way off topic. Back to the side two. Um, yeah, live version of Sanctuary, very, very good. Live version of Prowler. Oh, sorry, no. Okay, this is a misprint, I'm pretty sure. This version of Prowler is actually taken from the studio recording of the first album. Even though it says live here, it's not a live version. I don't know why the hell they put live, right there. It's not a live song. Um, but yeah, it's the studio version of Prowler. This is I think the only bonus track on side two. Side one is mostly bonus tracks for the most part, other than Phantom of the Opera. Sorry, side one is. Side two is mostly, for the most part, other than Prowler, the main track listing of the original release. But yeah, Prowler, is good, obviously because it's the studio version. Track number 3 on side 2 is Running Free, a live version of Running Free. This one's also really good. Not much to say other than very good live version of Running Free. There we go. Track number 4 is a live version of Remember Tomorrow. Okay. For the longest time, I didn't like this song. Then I thought it was just okay, just out of place. But listening to the live version, I actually like this live version very, very, very much. I think the song actually sounds better live than it does in terms of a studio recording. It's just one of those songs that, in my opinion, benefits from the just live environment. But yeah, it sounds very good. And then track number 5 of side 2, the last track, is I've Got the Fire. One of these songs that didn't make it to any of the albums. Or any of these studio albums, that is. Very good. Very crisp and clear recording. The guitar solo in there is very good. So yeah, so Before I get to my final thoughts, I'm gonna show the cover for a second there. It's there's basically no artwork. It's just a still image of the live show from this album. You can see Paul Diano there, Steve Harris there. You can see a bit of the drum set that Clive Burr has right there. And then the audience. And then up top here you got Iron Maiden Live +1. Now, I never really understood what the +1 is there for. I don't know. Originally, I thought like maybe it was like, oh, they added a bonus track, so they're +1. But no, there's way more bonus tracks than just one. So I don't know what the hell the +1 is up there for. As well as here, the title of the live album is both on the front and on the back. Oddly enough, I don't think any other live album by Iron Maiden has the title both on front and back. Oh yeah, and on the back is the track listing, which is very odd. In terms of how the hell they're angled, look at that. That's so stupid. Like, why? Like, I don't understand. I mean, it's kind of a nitpick, a very small nitpick, but I don't know why the hell these are so off kilter. As you can see, the track listings just very oddly put on there. They're very tilted and out of whack. Yeah, so my overall thoughts. The bonus tracks for the most part are pretty good. Like, the Phantom of the not Phantom of the Opera. The Women in Uniform cover. That was from the Women in Uniform single. Again, it sounds fantastic, obviously, because it's a studio recording, so it sounds pretty perfect. But yeah, great bonus track. The bonus track for Prowler, the studio version, very good. The I keep forgetting which are the bonus tracks. The reason why, I usually don't forget what are bonus tracks on an album, but on here I do, mainly because of the way they're implemented. The reason why is because unlike bonus tracks on every other album, where they're at the very end of the main track listing, the bonus tracks on here are integrated into the main track listing, so you can't really say like, oh, the bonus tracks are here on the end. I know what they are. They're integrated into the main track listing, so that's kind of confusing. But overall, the first side of the album, pretty good, but the production sucks on Drifter. On Phantom of the Opera, it's okay. Innocent Exile, okay. But the live album really picks up with side 2. The production's a lot better on this side for some reason. But yeah, I actually prefer side 2 over side 1, considering that side 2 actually sounds good in terms of recording and audio wise. But so yeah. Overall, I'm probably gonna give this a 6 out of 10. I would have given it a 7 out of 10, but the production on the first half is pretty bad. Also, something I want to show you guys really quick. I'm gonna take this out really quick, and this is a colored vinyl. Actually very unique. I've never seen another silver vinyl before. This is a silver colored vinyl. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so it's a 6 out of 10. I would have given it a 7 if it wasn't for the hideous, just muddied production of the first half of the album. But for the Iron Maiden's first live album, it's actually very good. There's a lot of bands that their first live album sucks because it is their first live album. They aren't used to doing recording live stuff that much. But yeah, this is one of the better debut live albums I've come across. Now I'm gonna put this on later. The particular sleeve that they use here doesn't barely even fits the album case. Like it just fits it barely, and it's really hard to get on. But yeah, sorry for my rambling with the album. There was a lot to say in terms of the bonus tracks. But yeah, so that about does it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.